Oh, hi again. Welcome to SilkRoadBooks.com social media content that I make sometimes. So before I had the camera out, so before I packed that up, I was looking around this room for things that I'm trying to downsize, get rid of a lot of this vintage nonsense up here. I have a ton of it. I have way too much. Like you can see this side, but like rest assured, the rest of this room is filled with crap. That said, I have these like old telephones, these old cell phones. And I wanted to go over them in case there's any interest in my viewers. They want to look at these. So all I really plan to do with these is donate them. What are e-waste? All I plan on doing with these is recycling them, like e-waste and everything like that. There's a facility kind of down the street from here that will take them, which is great because they're not worth anything. Actually, I guess this one is, but it looks like a dog ate it or something. I don't know. So let's take a quick trip down memory lane and see if we remember our early days of cell phonery and using these nonsense things. So, by the way, none of these work. So the first one I wanted to talk about is this guy. It cannot be overstated that phones used to be very, very small. These are before phones were smart. Okay, and that was actually one of the marketing. Look, it's gross, got schmutz all over it. That was one of the marketing things. It was like so small, it would fit in your pocket or purse or whatever, this and that. It has these little buttons over here, and it had T9, which, look it up if you don't know what that is. I don't feel like explaining it because I don't think I could do it well. And it had the little battery compartment back here, which I don't have nails, so it's gonna just stay right there. But yeah, and then you can go through your little menu with this little arrow pad. This is not a touchscreen. None of these have a touchscreen as far as I can tell. These might. I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute. It has an internal antenna, unlike something like, this. But yeah, that's it. And then, can we talk a minute about? Let me see. I had this one. Let me see. The Nokia brick, which it's not really called that. Excuse me. It's called a. What's the model number of these? Inquiring minds want to know. These things, wow, these batteries do not want to. That's a pull. Model number 252, the good old Nokia brick. These things are indestructible. You can run this thing over with your car and it'll be fine. If I remember correctly, here's your power button up here, the little red button. Navigate with your menus and stuff like that. Color-coded stuff for old people. You could get monophonic ringtones, I think, with this one, which are really just like simple beeps and boops and stuff like that. But I do remember, I want to say it was maybe this era. Maybe this era, actually. Let's talk about the Sidewinder, Sidekick, whatever they call these. Wait, let's do that again for the fans. Oh, yeah. So sorry. There's your keyboard. You didn't need T9 for this nonsense. And I think, because it's had a full color screen, I think this was also modern enough to have polyphonic ringtones, which actually sounded vaguely like top pop artists or whatever songs you want. You could hear that it wouldn't have vocals, but it would just have polyphonic, so it would have like multiple channels of the track playing the song, whatever. It would be close. I remember I didn't have one like this. What did I have? I think mine was closer to this guy. This is, again, like, look at it, like I'm like a secret agent. Isn't this cool? This one has the T9 again. You'd have to just, if you wanted, for example, the letter O, you'd have to hit 6 3 times and summon Satan. But that's how you would get your letters through when you're texting people. Texting became all the rage around this era. But I remember I had a phone similar to this, and I remember spending 99 cents to get Eiffel 65's Blue as my polyphonic ringtone. That's where it's so hard for me. It was great. I loved it. I was like the coolest kid in, what was that, like sophomore year of college? Yeah, I'm dating myself now. But yeah, again, not a touchscreen, but you can go through the interactive menu with the little arrows and stuff like that. What else to say about this? You can go directly to your voicemail by holding down the star key. And what model is this? Let's find out. It is. There's battery. That's another thing. That's why this has to go to e-waste, because these lithium batteries are gross and they are terrible for the environment, and they are supposed to be disposed of properly. And okay, this is an LG model GU295. That was my next guess. But yeah, so these at least they're not like alkalins and they're not like leaking acid all over the place. So that's kind of cool. Now it doesn't fit back in. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Where does this go? Like this? Oh, this one. Okay. Ooh, let's talk about this. Early camera phone. Game breaker. Game breaker? Game changer? What do people say? What are the youths? What do they say? This one had one. Did this one have a camera? This one had a camera. The one that's filming this right now is much, much newer, and I'm using the camera as we speak. So that takes care of these. Now, Sprint. So Sprint was the carrier. Are they still around? I think they are. Qualcomm. There's a name I haven't remembered in a long time. Qualcomm was the maker of this neato little thing. It looks like a handheld telephone, like a corded landline a little bit. You got your silly little antenna. Weep, weep. Weep, weep is the onomatopoeia for dingling an antenna. Duh. Let's see, what do we got on here? How do you turn this on? Is it this button? I don't know. Not that it's going to turn on. It's got some old-ass crusty battery in here. This one actually has a screw panel. You can't even just get to the battery. I guess that's for your safety. I don't know. Model number QCP2760. And by the way, I did look all these up to see if they went on anything on eBay, which if I were to ship these, they have special permissions because they have batteries in them. So like those are hazmat. You got to be careful when you're shipping those. I will not be doing any of that because they're really not worth anything. I think they're like $5-10. I gotta look into this guy. Apparently this one's a big deal. I don't know. I mean, mine's in gross shape, but I don't even know where I got these. I think I got them at an estate sale. Like half of the stuff in this room. Anyway, Qualcomm. We're back in the mono era, monophonic ringtones. You got your little arrows here. You got your volume buttons over here. Pretty exciting. I want to know. This is back. Okay, this is back in the Wild West days of chargers, where like all the chargers were different. We're not talking USB. I think this is pre that. Like, you had everything had its own proprietary like Qualcomm brand chunky ass charger that would go in here. But my question is that do these allow for headphones, like a 3.5mm audio jack? This one doesn't appear to. Maybe they don't. Oh, this one does. This one you could plug in your earbuds and have a great time listening to rinky-dink music on here, or maybe a voicemail or something. I guess you could technically make a call with. I wonder if they had them back then with the microphone piece was still on the wire. Did they have those then? I don't know. I'm not the right person to ask for this, but you're going to get my opinion anyway because I'm making content about it. Let's see. Some of these may have supported a headphone. That one did right here. This one did not. No. How about the brick? Did the brick? I think it did. Maybe that's what this is. I don't know. Okay. Let's put this down. I'm done with that. This. All right. Let's talk about this guy. This is the Sprint Uproar by Samsung. Is this a button? Oh, this is. The label got all like lit on here, so I don't really know what this button used to do. It does say shift under it, but shift what? We got a menu. If you hold down N, that should be what turns the thing on. Looks like there's a couple of like menu button options in here, like other function keys and things. That's kind of fun. Little screen. I don't know how you're gonna see anything on that. Maybe I'm just old. I don't know what this button does. Oh, is this where the headphones would go in this little, under this little flap here? It might might be. I can't really get it. Oh well. There's a little thing you can pick at. But yeah, this is fun. You look real businessy, real fancy, real posh and important. But yeah, like I said, something happened to this antenna. I think I remember looking into the battery compartment of this, and here's your battery. The antenna does go all the way down. It's got its own little canister here. You can't actually see it. It's just the storage for it. This is model number SPHM100 by Samsung. The Uproar. So neato. See how that does. And then finally we got the Nextel phones, and I don't think this technology still exists commercially anymore. Of course it still exists. It didn't like get buried with the ancients, but so Nextel was a company. Motorola made the phone. This is the i90C. This by the way, very satisfying. This is probably my favorite one just because of this. I never actually had a Nextel phone. So the idea was, for the sake of bandwidth, while the technology was still newer, we're on like, what are we on, 5 or 6 or 10G or something like that right now. This is probably 2G, or not 2G, I don't know. But back then, there was bandwidth issues, right, for service, and you want to make sure you got clear service and stuff like that. So Nextel had the bright idea of like, hey, can't we just treat this like a walkie-talkie, right? Where, like, if somebody's listening, they're not talking. So couldn't you just alternate your one-way communication back and forth? I associate this one a little less so. There's some bulkier, like bro-y looking ones that are like, you know, industrial, like kind of like black and silver and yellow, and they're like durable, like OtterBox cases on them and stuff like that. And those are the ones like you would bring to your construction site, and you call your guys and bring more rebar and concrete, and you. I should stop. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what you could do with these, right? Like the idea is just like you need a quick like boop. Hey, can you here? I need to communicate something with you over. If we want to go really far back in the time machine, before they had these, walkie-talkies clearly existed, and I know we've talked about this once before on the channel, but Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving, commercial nightmare day. For shopping and stuff like that, like people died. It was wild. But I remember doing Black Friday shopping with my family, and we would split off and hit different stores to get, you know, this one will take advantage of that sale, and oh, pick me up one of those while you're over there, and I'll get you one of these while I'm over here, blah blah blah. And anyway, you'd be in the same strip mall or shopping plaza or something like that, and you would use walkie-talkies. Did you get it? Yeah, I got the blah, blah, blah. We sound like we're drug dealers. Oh, yeah, I got the such and such. Did you get 2 of those? Yep, all right, I'll meet you out in the parking lot, blah, blah, blah. Oh, sorry, my finger was in the way. I'll meet you in the parking lot. There we go. See that? That's really satisfying. You could kind of do something similar like that. That's what these were for, obviously, is for Black Friday shopping. No, that's not true. No camera. The antenna on this busted off. Isn't that fun? I did it again just to look at the... That's good. That's really good. I like it. There's a volume button on here. One volume button. That means it probably goes from like high, medium, low volume, off, high, medium. Like you would just cycle through it just like that. So it's not really very analog. There's not that many choices there. There's a stop button on here. I'm not sure what. Stop what? Maybe you have to hold that down. I don't know. And then of course, like as Nextel went on, it would have full two-way communication, talking. This might have been later on when you could just have like normal phone calls with people and not do the walkie-talkie nonsense. That's good. What else do you want to know about it? I don't know. Gonna get rid of those. Can you see those? Are those in frame? Oh, babies. Here they are. So these are going to turn into e-waste. If I had more fans and followers at this time, I would say, like, do you want any of them? I'll just, I don't know, mail them to you or something. No, I shouldn't do that, because then I'm shipping hazmat batteries through the U.S. Postal Service, and I don't think they appreciate that. Anyway, I'm done talking about them. Thank you for joining me. I want to pretend like I'm on the brick again. Anyway, thank you very much. Listen, this is important. I got to take this. But thank you for joining me, silkroadbooks.com. Like, share, subscribe, follow for more. Oh my God, I'm like brainwashed. I don't even know what I'm saying, but do those things because they help engagement in social media. Please, that would be great. Thank you. silkroadbooks.com to find out more. Thank you all for being a friend. Let's travel down the road and back again another time.